You have family that are actual gang members.
Down the street crip, nigga.
People just
down the street crip, nigga.
Claiming
you don't even know where down the street is, do you?
Yeah, down the street.
Yeah, on the boot.
Yeah, you know, like because like down there goes Donna,
so stupid.
And then there's Gerald. Right off Gerald, you go,
and then you hook a left on Jerry.
Yep,
and then you right on Thomas Lane.
Yeah, next to MLK. You know all the good shit.
You know where all the good shit is, boy. The bootleg, you get all the 2000 snacks.
This nigga done hit me with the left-handed handshake, nigga.
Yeah. That's what type of time we're on, ho.
The contents of this podcast are informational in nature, and neither Chain, nor Johnny, nor I, nor Random Realness is engaged in the provision of legal, tax, or any other advice. You should seek your own advice from professional advisors, including lawyers and accountants, regarding the legal, tax, and financial implications of any financial decision you contemplate. Additionally, the information shared on this podcast is not intended to be a substitution for diagnosis, treatment, or informed professional advice. You should not take any action or avoid taking any action without consulting with a qualified mental health professional.
Welcome to the show, Random Realness. I'm your boy Chain. Here with my dog, Johnny B.
What's poppin'?
And my other dog, J. Dot. White. How you doing, boy? How you doing, boy?
Doing good. Can't complain.
Yeah. What you sipping on, Johnny?
I'm just sipping on a little scotch.
Okay. He's back at it. He's back.
I don't know if you can see the glass, but we got the
hold it up for the people.
Custom JB.
We'll zoom in on that.
On
I
the
think
whiskey sippers. You know what I'm saying?
Zoom
right there. And that's where we would have zoomed in. You boys would have just seen it.
Yeah.
That's fire. A little whiskey, a little scotch.
Yeah, just a little scotchy scotch down into my tummy. It's delicious.
I'm not a drinker. What's the difference between scotch and whiskey?
Just the way it's prepared, and like
it's the same.
And where it comes from. Like, okay, you know what I'm saying?
Is all scotch like aged a certain way? Is it barrel?
Yeah. So scotch is mainly like always aged. Like, so like you're not gonna have like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's Jack Daniels, but then when you get the expensive Jack Daniels because it's aged, like you don't just get a scotch that's not aged.
They don't have no like $10 scotch.
I mean, they have like bottom of the barrel blended scotches that are like not aged scotches that are like Cuddy Sark and shit, even though it's kind of a classic. But they got a couple just bottom of the barrel scotches. I just don't.
But what's the price on them? Like 15?
Nah, you probably get a bottle of those for like 30.
So even the bottom of the barrel ain't. I mean, I guess 30 is not like crazy expensive.
I don't think there's any $15, $20 bottles of scotch. Bro.
Okay, there's no 610 vodkas, 610 whiskey.
No, this ain't like no Potter's Crown, dog. You can get that. You can get a half a gallon of that shit for motherfucking $12. That's just drink. You throw that shit in your gas tank. You run your car off that shit
like that. For that real. Gas.
That gas.
He said. After taking a shot of that, boy.
I personally like to sip on like single malt, like Highland Scotch whiskeys. But there's like Speyside, there's Isla, there's a few different ones, but I like the single malts.
And what he's saying is yuck. What have you been up to, boy?
Shoot, man.
Just chilling, y'all. I missed you guys last week.
Yeah.
Shut up, nigga. Okay, here comes the lies. Anyways,
we missed you.
Yeah, nigga.
I missed you.
Yeah.
Damn.
Continue.
I hit this nigga with an "I miss you" text
because his girls did it.
Oh yeah,
his girl sent it. She said, really need a text chamber. He said he was going to hang himself last week. I'm just like,
nigga, never.
Damn. No, like,
but how you been? Sorry,
I've been good, man. Like the vacation was nice, but like, nigga,
7 days a long time.
7 days is a long time, but the cities that we chose to do the West Coast, we did Seattle and we did Portland.
I love both those motherfucking cities.
Nigga, Portland is wrecked.
Like, well, that's okay. So, has your whole family been to Portland?
This was my family's first time in Portland.
Okay, but you've been there.
I've been there like 3 years ago. 2 years ago.
I've always think Portland was like kind of low key wrecked.
Yeah. Okay,
that's Portland.
It used to be wrecked,
right?
But when you were walking downtown, there was a little business in every nook and cranny.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? If you weren't walking downtown and it'd be like abandoned buildings, it would be like, oh, this is a little skate shop, this is a little boutique, this is a little like
it was
weird, but it's like active.
Oh, card sports cards.
It was
shop
like
or
it was
some
a pop and sloppy place.
Yeah, it was just like keep Portland weird. That's
And
like
now it's not like that.
Yeah.
it's weird, but now like
Not
maybe
a good
40% of the businesses that are supposed to be there, like using your Google Maps or whatever,
Are currently still there?
No. Oh yeah, that are currently still there. Yeah.
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 40%.
40%. Yeah. And say back in the day when Portland was just like keep it weird, I would say like say that all of the people that were downtown make up 100%, right? 80% were like regular
Homeless.
professionals, people moving, and 20% was homeless, right?
Yeah.
Like it always had a little edge to it, a little grunge to it, or whatever.
He said 80%
And so
was
like,
homeless. I hate this thing.
Facts.
so when you're like walking around, you're like, oh, okay, it's active, keep it moving. You probably won't get lost in, you probably won't get, noticed because there's enough people to where like, hey, my luck, probably I'm gonna be good, right? Now you go down there, it's 50-50. Like
it's a
that
jump
same
ball.
20% of bums are still there, and then that 80% of population of people went down to 20%. So now it's 50-50 equals 100. And it looks like The Walking Dead.
Might be a street
Shut
crawler.
up.
It feels like a war zone, and I'm telling you, like the person or
He said
my daughter's aunt was out there, and she was like, the downtown is finally starting to get back. So that means like a year ago,
It was for real The Walking Dead.
for like crazy. We're like walking up the street. There's just a car parked. Windshield's just smashed. So if you park on the street, if somebody's just walking, they're having a bad day, smash your shit. They don't even care.
my God.
Pioneer Square, where like the Nike Town is. There's this big like white clock. It's like basically like our Grove. That white building that has the clock on it is
Right by the Nike. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I sent you guys that video. I don't know if you guys were able to check it out, but like the right below where the clock is, like the clock's up there. As soon as you got like an open space, tagged. That means they were on top of the building. I know they don't have perfect climbing gear.
Oh God, that was up there high. Just said fuck it.
Tweaking.
Spray painted the whole thing. It was unrecognizable from when I was there.
Did you feel safe?
Yeah, I felt safe because
You can fight.
No.
See how I gave you the right-handed one?
Yeah. No, I mean, I always feel safe because I'm not a person that when I see a homeless person or whatever, I'm not giving them their respect.
Yeah.
Like if I'm walking by and like the homeless person, we make eye contact.
You say
I'm just gonna be
hi.
like, "What up?"
Yeah, I
and
feel
then
that.
every time. It's respect, you know what I mean? And we were like walking through like the center park. There's like a big elephant in the park, and there's like these gyro like play toys. It's kind of like a futuristic park essentially, but it just looks hella fucked up now because there's hella like bums or whatever. So we're walking through there, and there's two niggas just sitting on the on a bench, just like talking. They, look homeless. They're just sitting there.
They got
chilling.
that vibe about them.
Yeah, and I'm just walking by. I make eye contact. I'm like, "What's up?" I'm just like, "What up?" And he's like, "Got a beautiful family, man. Keep it up," because we were deep. We were deep.
Yeah.
He
He said, we had 17 of us.
Yeah, and I think they respected.
He said, that's in
This
17.
nigga, he'll be like, he's like, you stuff like a turkey, and you'd be like, yeah. He'd be like, from the ass in. You're like, nigga, fuck you.
That's the famous go-to.
Man.
But yeah, I said
Niggas
17. He
wild.
said, yeah. But anyway, that's cool though. I feel like it's hella, I don't want to say it's rare, but most homeless people, especially that I've encountered out of town, feel like they're not all the way there. Like, you know what I'm saying? They just been down so bad, they're just like, fuck it. You know?
Yeah.
So
You know
like
how
when
mentally
somebody
tough
shows
they'll be on
you, shows you like, oh, dog, like, that's what he's striving for. He's like, nigga, I had to miss my family, nigga.
Yeah.
So it's cool. I'm sure he probably struck a nerve. He said,
You can just treat them like people, dog, because that's what they are at the end of the day. So people always treat homeless people as if they're not people. I get they're homeless. Some of them you could make that argument that people being homeless is their choice and this and that, but like, so none of us are homeless, right? And we're all decently put together individuals, and even we struggle with things. At least I know I do. I don't know about you guys, but mentally, and have my days and this and that. Imagine like going through it, and you don't have like a home to go to or something to turn to take your mind off, or like you're just homeless, dog, and like you're just in a downward spiral all the time. And granted, they can always make that choice to like turn their shit around. People are just so quick to just like write them off and like act like they're like a different fucking species and shit.
And I'm assuming that's what happened in Portland.
Like niggas were born, bro. That's someone's kid, someone's dad, someone's brother, this and that. And like people give Portland this bad rap, and I get it, but to a point, like when it went from how you talked about it going from that being cool weird to like now it's like scary weird, it's because that cool weird you have to have a balance in it. You know what I'm saying? And then when the balance kind of tipped over to where like they're like fucking damn near anarchy when it comes to drugs, and that's not
the reason that it happened. I was like kind of like trying to make sure that I had it in order. Pandemic hits, right? Yeah. Pandemic hits, all the businesses go remote. So there's less traffic there.
Oh yeah.
Then 6 months into that, the George Floyd situation happened. Right. And then at that point, there was nobody downtown to stop them from riding how they wanted to. Right. And when they flipped the switch, because like nobody was coming to like save it soon. Right. Yeah, they're busting windows out. Like these business places don't got shit to go back to. You know what I mean? And at that point, that's what, like, you know what I mean? It's now created where it's at right now. And it's like, if you came down there and you were on that like dickhead vibe, like, oh, look at these fucking bums that are right here. They said, what'd you say? You know what I mean? They're gonna serve. They'll serve your ass.
Those niggas are confident. They're not like, let me skedaddle around all these people before they call the cops and I get thrown in jail. They're like, nigga, we run this bitch.
Said, we're homeless. That means we're in the street all the time. They can catch these hands from the shoulders, huh?
Fact. and I would feel like if you were like say you went down there and you just didn't have that awareness to treat them with respect, and you made some offhanded comment like, this is dirty as fuck. Like, get the fuck away from me. They said, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like that. Then they would give you problems. They would give you problems.
You think so?
For sure,
bro. You're gonna get open hand slapped by the dirtiest palm that's ever touched your face.
Bum bum.
I would assume that they're waiting for you to think you're better, and then they're gonna be like, "There ain't nobody here to save you, buddy."
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's how I feel.
That's why you gotta stay. You gotta stay with something on. You gotta keep a weapon, my nigga.
No, just treat people with respect. That's all. It's like, if you're a dickhead, you're gonna get it.
I just went weaponless and came home with my whole family.
Yeah, that's ain't got compliments.
No, and you can treat people with respect. I'm just saying, there's also those people that whether you respect them or not, because they're just not right upstairs going, wild out. And I don't necessarily just mean a gun. I mean something to protect yourself outside the means of your hands. But that also, your hands could be it too. I heard about you, nigga.
No, but I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm not built like that.
He's him,
nigga. Like, if it's the thing, it's simple. Like, people, like, a lot of things don't happen if you're just treating people with respect. Like, if you're in the game and you're robbing people and you end up dead, that didn't come out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, you were doing dirt to people. Like, it's very rare. It's very rare, and like, you can't plan for those rarities. But like, it's very rare that just like good people get screwed over and over again for no apparent reason. Yeah. Like, you can randomly in your 30 years of existence actually get screwed over, a couple times. But usually if you ask the whole story, you'd be like, oh, you were doing that.
You figure it out, right? You figure out the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that.
When you were in Portland, you eat any fire food or?
Thank you for the recommendation. Yeah,
oh, me?
Yeah. Called Chain. I'm like, damn, we here. What should we eat? He's like,
hey, where'd you tell him to go at?
Trap Kitchen.
Trap Kitchen.
God damn, bussin'.
Bussin' up Orlando.
So good. Like,
he started giggling when he thought about it. Bussin'.
Oh man, I had like that.
Muffin on a McMuffin.
Stupid.
Seriously,
What'd you end up getting?
I got a big ass. I got a double burger. Because it was like, okay, you can get one burger for 18.
Did your wife have to hold it for you? Because I know you got little hands.
No, nigga, I got the burger, put that Ted DiBiase elbow on it. You know what I'm saying?
He said, made it perfect.
Made it perfect to be just like a McDouble, but just thicker.
I hate it.
No, but yeah. I mean, it's expensive, but it's worth it. Everything down there is expensive.
Yeah.
But the flavor and everything was fire. We got like a whole thing of chicken strips. We got a 12-piece of hot wings. We got garlic fries. We got lemon pepper fries.
How were those?
Fire.
Really good?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And, I was on daddy trip, so.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you want? Oh, yeah, you can get a whole meal. You can get a whole meal.
Oh, you're not going to eat that? You're only 3 and getting a whole meal? No big deal. I can't stand this thing, bro.
Yeah, nigga, I had everything that I wanted at that place. And there was a concert that was happening at that same exact time. Mm-hmm. So there's a line outside. Mm-hmm. I'm like, damn, Trap Kitchen booming. But then when we go up there, it's like, oh, at 6:30 it closes and turns into a concert venue. And so we got to go through the metal detector, like order our food and sit off to the side and got a people watch this like concert that was unloaded. And it was like a ska. Oh my God. My daughter got a picture of this dude that was like wearing all pink with like pink hair hanging over. And it wasn't like he was... He wasn't trying. Yeah. You know, like you see sometimes around here, you like see somebody trying.
Yeah,
you're like, this is him.
Yeah,
yeah, and this is her.
Tonight will be the night that I fall for you.
Facts.
That shit.
But like we also went to Seattle.
How you guys drove? Yeah,
yeah.
Because I know flying with 93 niggas is not cheap.
No, I mean we were on the PJ. Yeah. So we flew into Seattle, got an Uber exec. You know what I'm saying? That took us down to like Union Lake area.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Staying in a little residence in there. You know,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So give some space.
You guys bust? How was Seattle? Was it busted down too?
Yeah.
Not as bad?
Not as bad. So, like, if both cities, like, started...
I know. I've always looked at those, like, big brother, little brother cities.
Yeah. And Portland was the more grungier of the two.
Yeah.
But Seattle now had a more of a old Portland feel to it. Like, there was empty... I don't know the epicenter or whatever, but there's this area where there's, like, mounted ping pong tables, chess tables...
Just stationary,
yeah. And then there's like this. There was a Starbucks that was like on the corner of that, not the original Starbucks, but just where this was.
Just one of them.
Yeah.
Not there anymore. And behind that Starbucks used to be like all like the designer stores, like
Louis and shit,
Fifth Ave or whatever that little thing was. But like
Saks Fifth or something.
Yeah, nigga, and gone.
Really?
H&M gone. Abercrombie Fitch gone. Nigga, the only thing there was like a couple of businesses, and then you get to Pike's Place.
Shit's crazy.
Crazy.
Wow.
So,
how was your trip, Ho Cam?
Who you talking to me, man?
You, man.
Say now, man.
Okay. He said, hey, man, say, man.
I said, let me tell you about my trip, man. I had a good time, man.
All right, Terrence, I appreciate you.
Me and my old lady went to the comic book store in one of the outlet malls, and I was reading this book on Batman. I'm just playing. Nah, but hey, all jokes aside, man, my trip was good, man. My trip was fire, dog. Me and my lady had such a good time. It was so nice to just like relax, decompress, unplug, like outside of snapping a few
She let
pics.
you take the plug out?
Listen, I'm the one that puts the plug in.
Yeah,
Sorry, baby.
Unplug. Yeah, we get it.
because you can't fuck.
Nigga, who told you? Been talking to all the other bitches before my lady.
Oh my God. They said we call him Limp Dick Johnny around the way.
I stopped fucking with him because he was putting butt plugs in me every day.
Tell me why he tried to stack his balls on top of each other and fuck me with his nuts. This is
Damn, dude.
Do you hear these niggas? Yo, y'all is wildin'. He said he tried to fuck me.
But
with
anyway,
his
I'm
nuts.
sorry, we went hella left.
No, you're
But
fine.
where'd you guys go? I'm sorry.
So we did we was
You
up-
went to the Seattle area too, right?
I mean, it's up there, top of Oregon, so it's not Seattle area. We went to
Seattle's the top of Washington.
we was at the top of Oregon. We weren't in Seattle though.
Yeah. He said, were you like up by the Seattle area? You're like, yeah, we're at the top of Oregon. It's like Oregon.
Yeah, but like so,
Washington,
like
Seattle.
where we were at, like you drive like an hour upwards and you're in Washington. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
But, yeah.
you were probably like 20 minutes from Washington, truly.
Yeah, probably.
But you were probably like
what was it called?
2 hours from Seattle.
Where's
Yeah.
the city you went?
So the crib we was staying at was in Manzanita, which is fucking fire, beautiful little spot, tucked off
In the boot?
on the coast.
And every time you went to dinner, they were like, "Damn, that man's Anita."
What? What is the wordplay? What are you doing?
He said, "Yeah, we were up at Manzanita." I said, "Every time you went to dinner, they're like, damn, that man's Anita."
This nigga's out here like we definitely speaking of dinner, we got some good grubs. We definitely obviously when you're in Oregon, the coast, and you gotta have some seafood. So we had some good seafood shit.
What
like
was
that.
the best seafood you had there? Like what?
I mean,
A
it wasn't
selective one. Like
it wasn't
you
even
had the
crazy
best.
like that. Like at one point, I had like this this combination pot that was pretty much like it had like scrimp.
But that's what I'm saying,
scallops,
out of every-
fucking white fish, all this and like a fucking.
But out of everything, what was the best? And like that's what I'm saying. Did you have crab legs that were the most hit? Were the shrimps fire? Do you have a shrimp cocktail?
I mean, I had a few shrimps. I think.
So did your bitch. Sorry.
This nigga's just baby. Hey, when you see him, you can onside his ass.
Yeah,
nigga.
on-site me because I hate girls too. I'm just playing. That's a joke.
He said,
I've known his lady forever, so I can say shit like that.
To y'all that are new, yes,
And
he has.
we
for
used to
real.
date before them. I'm just playing.
and he does hit bitches from the back,
from the bike.
from the bike.
From the bike.
She laid back down.
I'm on my plies shit. Bike.
Sweet puss Saturday. Hey, but James and J Dot, the fire shit about it though, like you know those vacays where you want to like you got to schedule. You're like we're hitting this, we're hitting that. We're like this is the type of vacay we was taking. Was like those are fun too, but we was like yo. We'll go some places because we want to shop like one day, but like we got a whole week. So like let's just the majority of the time. I'm trying to fucking blow big doinks, walk on the beach, kick back, lay up in the motherfucking Airbnb and just chill.
Yeah.
Honestly, just really chill. Like, and that's what we did the majority of the time. Like, we went up and down 101 a little bit. We went up to Seaside. I had to slide through Astoria because I've never been there. That's where the Goonies house is at and all that shit that's open to the public. And then
Is it so nobody lives there? It's just
no, a family lives there and open it to the public because they're cool, like chill ass people. All the neighbors hate them because
that makes sense.
Because they have these niggas rolling through. Like, that's the Goonies house, and they're like loving it. Like we live in the Goonies house, and the neighbors like these motherfuckers.
they live in the.
Yeah.
Yeah, you Goonie ass niggas.
You had the opposite vacation of me. Like after
But-
we got back, I feel like I need another vacation from the vacation.
Oh, see, and you don't want that to happen, my nigga. That's why let me drop some game on you because it sounds like you an amateur vacator, my nigga.
I was.
He said I was. This is the first big
Even
family
the
trip.
kids
nigga.
were like,
This nigga
fuck
came
yeah,
back to
like,
Boise.
Can we go on a real vacation? They're like, can we go home? Like, nigga, we've been
It's the
out here
second
too
day.
long. Yeah.
This nigga came back to Boise after the vacation and said, I need a vacation. That's how you know you're doing it wrong. I'm glad you had a good time.
But we
next
exposed
time-
them to so much.
Oh yeah,
You
for the-
know they're big
for
talking on the
kids.
playground. Like, yeah, I was in Seattle on the lake.
Said I
and then
saw two fiends shooting up.
They're like, we're at the gun wall. I licked that. You're like, no, you didn't. Yeah, I did.
I got this gum in my pocket from that.
Hey, you already know your kids are already at school flexing on other niggas talking about we was on vacation, like, and just dropping a whole story, and you got little Timmy over there like, my dad didn't hit me yesterday, so that was cool.
Stupid.
You know, he just got
Yeah,
too drunk,
no.
and he just got too drunk and passed out and forgot. So
Life is hard out here
On,
for
on-
real,
on
dog.
a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate how your kids did on the trip? For it being,
Like,
you know,
for,
7
like,
days
for
is-
real, 7 days. I'm
is a
saying
long
8, 9.
yeah, a
Like,
long
nigga,
time.
It was pretty clean. It was
Bro,
clean.
Yeah.
I'll show
We
you.
weren't saying no.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That helps.
like we had plans of like going in and being like, oh, we're gonna like make food some of the times and stuff, but like we got to a point where the cost, it seemed like it was about 120, 130 every day, no matter what.
Yeah.
And so it was just like, she's like, or my middle daughter's like, I want a boba. I'm like, get a fucking boba, you know, like, because every time we eat, we're getting like a milkshake or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But if I would just get them what they wanted in the moment, then maybe she would get the boba and then we'd go somewhere else and eat, and she'd be like, I'm good, I just had the boba. But if I would have forced them to sit down somewhere,
they like, I don't even like this.
I don't even like this. I'll take the chicken
You
strips
said, all right, cool,
and not
thank you.
even eat it. But like, if I just
Yeah.
satisfied each one of their needs as we went along, because most of the time we weren't like sitting down at one restaurant. Trap Kitchen is the one we all went
Yeah.
to. But every time we're else, we're on the move. So I'm like, if you see something, say you want it, and we'll get you that croissant right now, or we'll get you that random
That
donut
piece
or
of
that
pizza, yeah.
piece of pizza. Like
Yeah.
nobody has to eat the same thing.
Right.
We're eating and moving. And
We're sticking to moving, nigga.
Bro,
Yeah.
another fire ass part of my experience, bro, is one definitely was eating, like you were saying. So what we did, we had like this little happy balance because we were just gone for a week too, right? And so I'm thinking, like, you know, as because we were where we was staying at, there wasn't like, oh, this is right down this, like it was off on a beach, tucked off, like there wasn't a lot of shit around. It was like a little bit, it was a numbered beach, bro. It wasn't like seaside. Like seaside's cool, but it's very touristy and like you can tell. And like it's cool, and there's hotels right up to the beach ledge, and then like it's the type of shit you probably want to wear some shoes when you're on the beach. You know what I'm saying? Like this beach is like you just run through that shit barefoot. Ain't nobody breaking glass on that beach. None of that shit.
That's
like that
what's
shit.
up.
It was super nice. Like nigga, from when I was from the master bedroom, when I sat up out of bed in the morning, how the bedroom was set up, there was just a giant wraparound front window, and from like me sitting up in the bed, like 300 feet in front of me is the motherfucking ocean.
did you shoot any influencer videos?
No, what do you mean?
Well, you know what I mean. Like you should just woke up like, yeah, this is where I live. You know what I mean? All that gay shit. You could have this too.
Yeah.
$37.99. I'll teach you how to
You come
own
so
your life.
Come sell cars.
See, I can't do that shit because too many niggas know me. They'd be like, this nigga's bullshitting. That is not how he fucking lives. He's on vacation. He does not live there. Niggas know I ain't balling like that.
Have the
But-
camera go up like this, and
Yeah.
then zoom over, drop into some slippers.
Oh, God.
You know?
Gucci.
Yeah.
But I
Have
mean,
a
I
stick
was
of
like,
scotch.
with me and my lady, you know, we was having a good time making memories because so I got some videos on my phone because you know when you are not like that. I just mean, you know, when you on vacation, you like in the moment you having fun, and like it's nice knowing like you wake up, you're not thinking about work. I'm like, I roll over, first thing I do, you know what I'm saying? Because you know how I be, like first thing I is for and I put this on my mom. You can ask my lady because I know to some niggas like people eat like a 5 or 10 milligram edible from a dispensary, like, oh, it gets me high and this and that and da da da. And like Chain gives me shit all the time, like, oh, you don't smoke this and that. But like when it comes to Eddies, I love eating Eddies, right?
Yeah.
Woke up, like I'm talking almost every day that I was there, the very first thing I did is smash a full 100 milligram edible. Like a couple days in, because it's the
Damn.
coast, so you got
That's
them.
weak. Don't let them
And,
get you.
no, but check this out. And
I was doing that at 12, nigga.
you were not eating 100 milligram edibles.
Anyways,
12.
keep it moving.
Anyways, so fucking
He played for Snoop's Optimus team.
yeah, no doubt. I woke up, nigga, I'd eat that edible, and then we get like, cause you're in Oregon, and right
Yeah.
down the street from my motherfucking, there was this grocery store, which I fucking, oh, that's what I was getting to. I went left. And started saying different shit. But what we was doing is when we was talking about eating, we ate at a couple of different restaurants and shit, obviously, because we're out of town. But then one day, like me, her mom, everyone that we went with, we all went to the grocery store, and where we were at, like, it's not like an Albertsons. It's like my lady was like, oh, I know you love this place, because she always gives me shit because I got like a big ass hippie side and shit. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like my shampoo and deodorants and shit. Like, if I got more than like 5 ingredients, like I won't use it. I don't fucking use no Pantene or name brand, fucking none of them shits. I use only organic shit on my
Nigga,
skin.
you better not go broke, bruh. You better not go broke.
I hope I don't. I mean,
Card.
I've been close.
Yeah, card.
Yeah, card.
Card.
Nothing. That's cool.
Oh, anyways, card for the for the skincare.
For the single ingredient.
Y'all should pull.
all organic, you know.
Y'all should pull a card for saying that black people should use cheap, shitty chemical using stuff.
I'm not
That's not what we
saying
said
that.
at all.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's
pulling
a
the card is if I say
price.
something white, right?
No, I'm saying that is a luxury, not that that's a color thing. It's literally a luxury.
So why would I pull
my
a card?
comment, because that's like funny.
I'm not pulling a card. Anyways.
Yeah. Whatever. Go.
We went to this little grocery store and we shopped to like cook meals and shit throughout the time we were there. So we cooked like a majority of the time and then went out a couple times, but it just worked out good because the Airbnb we stayed at was gangster as fuck and they had like all the shit you need, crock pots, blenders, ninjas.
What was the name of this place?
Manzanita was the place in Oregon.
No, of the store.
Oh, it was called like Good Foods.
And it was from
like
Whole
a co-op?
Foods, huh?
like
Was it a co-op?
Yeah, it was like I walked.
That's why you should fucking pull a card.
I walked in there and I obviously so I could shower throughout the week. I walked in there and they have my soap, they have my like Dr. Bronner's and shit like that.
Yeah.
And like the kind of water I like and shit, and all kinds of shit, dog. You know, it's fire. Like I mean, one night I went in there, my lady was clowning me because I was like, man, I want some snacks. You know what I'm saying? You can't just run. I don't know where I'm at. I'm in Manzanita, and there's only a couple stores other than that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I wanted some like shit to snack on around the house. I wanted to make a little charcuterie board, nigga.
Yeah.
So I went and got some fucking.
Coochie coo.
Nigga, I just he said coochie. I fucking am just trying to get it. I just wanted a snack.
Yeah.
I was high. Nigga, tell me why I spent like $75 on individual meats and cheeses and crackers
On Instacart or something?
No, I went up in the
Yo,
store.
you went up in the store?
Into the co-op.
Into the Manzanita's co-op.
Yeah.
But I had the most fire. Like I had some smoked Gouda cheese with some Genoa salami, and then I had some like red wine burgundy salami with some motherfucking habanero cheese and these like rosemary motherfucking olive oil. Like they're not even crackers, bro. They're like burnt crisps. Anyways, they were fire, dog. But we had a cool, laid back, relaxed vacation. I just thought about the fact I was gonna go and explain more shit, and I realized I was just, you know what I'm saying? I was mumbling. I wanted to just say something about food, but I was talking about everything.
That's good. You explained the trip.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like we were almost there, my nigga.
This 12-year got me feeling 12 years old up top.
Like that.
Attention span, nothing. Talking about
Stupid.
Can I get a PB&J?
For audience members, we will be driving them home at the end of the night. Just know that.
Okay, audience members obviously see me sip on one little small glass, and we here for a minute, so we chilling.
Okay, we will talk about the pre-show.
Yeah, there was 2 glasses.
And here's a commercial break.
There may or may have not been.
Please drink responsibly.
There may or may not have been a couple glasses pre-show.
Yeah, honestly, when I go on, like, especially when I was younger, I'd go on trips. I feel like 7 days was hella long. You know,
It is
I
hella
give your
long.
kids credit. Well, you were what? 7 days, 6 days, 5 days? What was it?
We went from Friday to Friday.
Okay.
Or, yeah,
Right, so 7 days.
Saturday to Friday.
6
Saturday
days.
morning to Friday.
That's
I mean, what really threw him off was the jet lag.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And going high speeds in that
Yeah.
PJ, boy, I tell you.
And when we were in Eugene, we took a chopper over to the coast. You know, just something small, the Uber chopper.
Something
Yeah,
slight.
like, why would we get on a to come down so
he said
quick?
we're gonna glide there.
Yeah.
We're gonna take the scenic route.
Yeah, we laid it down on Newport Beach. You know what I mean? Had kids
I
get
guess
it.
I was asking how you on a scale from 1 to 10 how your kids did, because my next thing I was going to ask is, do you guys feel when we were kids like our generation was better as kids or kids nowadays? And I guess you would know better than anybody. You got kids, but like we all have nephews and nieces and little cousins and
and
shit
we
like
got
that. So-
fucking eyes, nigga, and we can see what the fuck this
Right.
little younger, these little fuck faces. We can see what y'all are up to.
But that's what I'm saying. That's how. Do you think that's how you? What you just said is like how our parents were, like these little fuck bitch ass
Nigga,
you know what I'm
think
saying?
about it. I don't know about or J Dot, especially you, and you're being one of them. But we're all around the same age. We're within a couple years of each other, all right. Me and Shane don't got kids. Well, all of our fucking friends do. And a couple of our friends, those ones that got their club shot up in high school and shit, they got kids as teenagers, right? And I love most of my friends' kids. And I love my nieces. I don't think I could, right now at my time in life, I could raise a teenager, nigga, because I'm kind of a teenager. I've been alive double the time, but I'm a slow learner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I could be responsible for another full blown, like a life that can tie its own shoes. Not for me.
But were
You know what I'm
they
saying?
bad though? Like, are they? Is it because you can't
Oh.
deal with it because they're worse than
Yeah.
you were, or
Here, well, this
this
particularly
nigga just hit that for real? Stop sipping. He said, "Man, that couldn't raise one." That wasn't the question, nigga.
Oh, no. That
wasn't the question at all.
These motherfuckers mad or not?
Yeah,
it's not.
So I'm gonna refer to my last email.
Okay, first off, that's all relatable to if I could raise them, if they're bad or not. That's what I was saying, is because what I was getting to, if y'all would quit clowning me.
If you would just get to it, we wouldn't have to clown you, nigga.
Nigga, I move slow, chopped and screwed. I'm
We
from
get
Texas.
it. Double the time.
Gump
We
ass
get it.
nigga, big.
It's just like me personally, bro. Like, I think kids. It's not necessarily that they're worse, because I know what kind of kid I was, but like, they're bad in a different way. And on top of that, I do put some weight towards the fact we just getting older. So as we grow our mental thresholds for bullshit lessons, right? Mm-hmm. And at the same time, as we get older, we don't consciously always think about, we're like, I don't walk around like, nigga, I'm in my fucking mid-30s. Mm-hmm. I don't walk around thinking that. You know what I'm saying? But then when you blatantly see a kid that's like, because it's hard these days. You can see a nigga that's 6'5", got a hairy ass chest, full blown beard, and he's like, I'm 17. You're like, what the fuck, nigga? What do your parents feed you? And then there's kids you look at
McDonald's.
and you're like, yeah, that's definitely a kid. But either way, they all have, which in a certain age group, whether the nigga looks like he's 30, like it's Bad Boys 2 in this bitch, or whether they seem like a little kid, they have like a little shithead vibe to them that's different than our shithead vibe. We had a shithead vibe. We wasn't fucking perfect. We're not gonna fucking ever act like we was perfect. I know I wasn't. I know you weren't. I fucking sure as fuck know you weren't. That's why you so put together now, is because you used to be wild as fuck, nigga. But I think kids, it's a mixture. That's what I think. I think it's a mixture. As we're getting older, and these niggas
that was deep.
Hold on. No, nigga.
Let that
deep
settle.
Like giraffe pussy, nigga. No, as we get older, we getting older, right? And then motherfucking these kids, they're getting older, but they're young to us. They're getting older to themselves. So as we're sitting here, like, our threshold for bullshit is getting smaller. These niggas aren't even aware of the fact that they think they're grown-ass adults, when to us, they're just like little kids. And when they're 10 years down the road, they're going to look back at that version of themselves like, man, I didn't know shit. Like, when I was 18, I thought I was a grown man.
Yeah.
If I look back now, 18-year-old me, nigga, I would beat the shit out that nigga.
You've seen, like, Pan or whatever, that
the
movie, right?
Yeah.
You know how, like, the kids are, like, saying, like once the adults lose, like, the belief, you know what I mean? Then they grow up. Like,
oh, you said Pan. I said, what?
Yeah.
Like started getting hungry. Yeah,
Pan Man or
like
whatever.
Pam?
Spray,
so it doesn't stick? Pammed. Your name's Pam?
No, yeah.
I'm referencing Step Brothers.
Okay.
Anyways, go ahead, J-Dog.
But, like, to me, it's like, I feel like if you have the viewpoint that this generation is better than us, it's like you're, like, forgetting what it was like to be that age.
Facts.
At 13, I'm talking like if I'm not around like my parents or like I'm not around like adults, I'm talking just like I am now. You know what I mean? Like thinking like we know everything. You know, and like our music to our parents,
that's
they were
why
like,
I was
this
asking.
shit is fucking whack. Then like, but so like if I hear their music and I think it doesn't make sense, I have to check myself. Because I'm like, okay, I'm being a hater. Like, not all of these motherfuckers are gonna turn out bad. Just like all of us didn't turn out bad. Like, nigga, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, like
I almost kind of feel like they are worse. Like, I wouldn't say like significantly,
James said,
you know,
fuck them kids,
but I feel like they feel they can get away with more. And like, if you think about it, when we were kids,
I will.
When we were kids, everything wasn't accessible. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas who are in low income households could have iPhones. You know, that wasn't a thing when we were little.
And there's no consequences to those niggas
right,
no
and
more.
so you could be on Instagram, a little 12-year-old, oh, fuck you, your mom's a whore, da, 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 go kill yourself. And their parents would never find out.
Facts.
Like, when we did it, it was in person, and I could tell you multiple times where I was cussing and got caught. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, there were repercussions, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like they get away with more. So when you go a 28-day span of cussing people out on the internet and you don't get caught, compared to you just said 2 cuss words 2 days back to back and you get your ass beat for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel they get away with more, so that allows them to think, oh, I'm slicker, I can get away with more, you know.
And when you said that, I feel like there's like a you know, like a narrative out there, like that's like pushing like a trend, like a wave, where it's like, you know, don't discipline your kids, don't do like all these things. Like, if your kid is having this issue, like, you know, you need to be like, he just doesn't do well with it, or she doesn't do, like, and it's like, I'm on board. I'm on board for that shit. But at some point, it can't be completely hands off, and it can't be like, oh, they're just figuring themselves out.
I'm going to talk to them.
Yeah, it's like sometimes they just
need that ass whooping, and
it's not being like uncontrolled ass whooping, not like
right. Not
you're like, how many times did you hit him? You're like, I don't know, I lost count. No, nigga, we're like, I spanked him twice on the butt. You know what I mean? Like, that's like too controlled.
Well, and it's funny because I was talking shit to my little brother before he just flew in, and his roommate was sitting there, and you know, we always just talk shit back and forth over FaceTime, and something came up like, oh, I could get him. My brother saying like he could put hands on his roommate, like no problem. I said, nigga, I don't believe it. Say, don't listen to that dog. Don't listen to him, bruh. He ain't never got an ass whooping to put him to sleep. Just no, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Wake up with dried tears. Best nap you ever had. Am I lying?
Bro, nigga.
I've only maybe experienced that like twice, but those were the 2 times that woke me up.
That you stopped doing shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't get that wake up call.
When you cry yourself to sleep, it's what Chambers said, nigga. It's a different. You wake up a whole brand new person. I did it last week.
Stupid.
It was over some dumb shit some people would say, but did you know Popeyes discontinued the strawberry biscuit?
Shut the fuck up. But for real, think about it. Think about it. Like, that was our wake up call. You know what I'm saying? And it was, I didn't grow up in an abusive household. Yep. That's just like, okay.
Yeah.
I've told you this many times. Enough's enough.
I agree with that.
And you're like, and then you wake up 8 hours later, dinner's ready. You just,
you come down like
dried tears, just marks all down your face.
Am I still allowed to eat? They're like, yes, nigga, we love you. You just need to listen.
100%. And that's what I'm saying is like, this generation doesn't do that. Like, imagine how many times you get in a mud clot fight and then end up throwing rocks at cars. Nigga, I did that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we all were that.
We used to motherfucking be off there on Albion and motherfucking, like Orchard Street and shit like that. And my homeboy, you know, the Bids lived over there. But like, there was his house right on the corner, then the main street, then another neighborhood on the other side. This nigga used to just jog over to the other side. We'd have a baseball and we'd just fucking hot potato it to the other side as traffic's coming, just like, because that gives you the rush, like chucking the baseball. And like, you know how many cars done caught a fucking baseball on the bumper, and then 100%. They don't know we live right there. You just run away, and they're just like, these fucking kids, you know? Like, you know what I'm saying?
But I feel like, same thing with golf balls, like there's some things that we were doing that they can't do now. Like that thing that you're talking about, like toilet paper in a house.
Yeah, you can.
You can. Like, there's shit that they can't play outside like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like, I would say we were technically badder. Are they more like defiant to like adults? Potentially, you know what I mean. Like they could be. Like I think that's where it would more error to. But like actually they have like 2 lanes. Mm-hmm. They can either be a druggie, you know, start having sex way too early. But they can't be out doing like random crime. Like there's a fucking camera on every street corner. Like,
but that's the thing. Niggas aren't calling the cops over getting their house toilet papered.
As long as the kid's white.
I'm telling you.
Shut the fuck up. What's wrong with him?
People,
nothing.
Like the stuff, like there was just stuff that we would do, and I don't know how long the statute of limitations is, but I'm saying if there was this like hypothetical group of people that were like out like on the streets, like with their little slingshot, shooting windows and hitting eggs in it or something like that, you know what I'm saying? That's getting caught, and there was people that probably had careers. You know, that might have been a whole high school time period
he said,
or something.
He said there might be a nigga that still goes down in the history books to this day.
But like, I mean, there was just like you could get away with stuff to where you actually batter of a person, and like they can't get away with shit.
But they do. What do you mean?
With being defiant, but they don't really get away with like busting moves or anything like that. Does that make sense? Like, as a parent, as soon as your kid starts getting like funny or acting funny, snatch that motherfucking phone. Unless they're constantly deleting messages, which they're not. They're going to slip up in there. Right. Boom, you go through, you're reading the whole entire history. Just imagine if your mom could have every phone call that you made, every text message that you sent, and just really knew what was going on. The only people that knew what was going on was you and your friend. And if your parents like, what were you guys doing? Nothing. There's no evidence. There's no like tracking system.
But they got apps that delete that do that you can't see. So as soon as you send a text, and not even Snapchat, but there's other apps that you could download that you send a text and it deletes as soon as the person reads it. You would see that
app on their phone.
But
you can put parent
there would be
controls
nothing
on
in there though. You wouldn't be able to read it.
I know, but as soon as that app shows up on your kid's phone, because you have to approve the apps that they download, you're gonna be like, what are you trying to do? I'm about to bop the fuck out of you.
I feel like most parents, maybe not. I guess I'm speaking from an outside perspective.
Yeah,
I feel like most parents don't, but I guess I'm thinking more so like from the standpoint of how I grew up. You know what I'm saying? Like my parents weren't like, let me check your homework. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, you do your homework? All right, cool.
Parents aren't doing that now. Yeah. And still.
But that's what I'm saying is like, my parents wouldn't have been like, they would have checked my phone and not been like, what is this app? You know what I'm saying? Like, they wouldn't have been hip enough to be like, oh, let me go look up every single.
No. Like, it's just different. The landscape changed, so now you can easily do that. So it's an easy move as a parent. And there's different parents. There's parents that monitor every day as they go along. Then there's parents that go, I don't give a fuck what you do, but as soon as you start fucking up, then I'm going to come in. Right. Maybe their cadence is like every 3 months, every 4 months.
And that's the thing.
And so that's the difference. But all parents are doing it. It's the difference is just like the frequency of it.
Strictly off of what you just said. I don't give a fuck what you do until once you start fucking up. So what happens to the kids that can control their, you know what I'm saying? Like they're just doing whatever they want, but they're still getting good grades and they're not getting, like they've done all this shit, but haven't been caught.
That's in every generation.
But that
doesn't make anything them badder or us badder. That happens every time. That happens every generation. So the fact that like you have the mentality that they're badder, just like our parents said we were badder. But I guess we all grew up to be doing these same ass adult jobs.
What you
buying
said,
these same ass adult houses.
They're more defiant is a better
terminology.
Way to go about it.
There's could be less respect,
because I know kids to this day. Like obviously, I had one friend who was like, "Fuck you," like to his parents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know multiple kids that do that to their parents.
Oh yeah,
like today. You know what I'm saying? So I guess in an all around sense, that's what I was saying. Not only just like actions, but how they treat their parents, how they talk to them. They think they're the fucking parent.
Obviously, I'm not like I don't know all the things, but like if I was like thinking about during our time period, there was probably more two parent household. I would say now, like divorce is higher, so now you have more. The single moms out there dealing with a defiant
14-year-old boy.
Like that's probably escalated. So when there was only one back in the day, there was only like so many single parent households. Like that wasn't the norm. Yeah. Now there's more. So now there's probably 5 of them motherfuckers that is doing that, and so it looks like it's.
Do y'all think there's more single moms because niggas are more ain't shit, or because bitches also ain't shit, and they be stepping
That's
out on
a
their
whole
niggas, and
that's
then
a whole
getting caught,
different- that's a whole
and then
nother
getting
topic.
caught, and then they're like, I'm a single mother, and they want to play that card when it's like, bitch, you had a nigga who loved you, but you fucked his homie, and now he don't want to give you money. Who do want to pay you for fucking his
Who
homie?
hurt you, my nigga? Like, are you good?
Nothing.
Come here, dog.
Wait, what? No, nigga, I don't even have no kids,
You
nigga.
hurt,
I'm just
bro.
trying to
It's
show
okay.
love. I have a couple homies that I know,
We
like,
can talk about that on the next episode.
I think.
this nigga Chamber gave you one of these looks, J-Dog. He said,
100%.
Was that on the script? Was that below?
he said,
He said, so what do you guys think about Big Pharma?
this nigga said,
Nigga, what?
this nigga says,
Oh my God.
have a kid?
Fucking God, no.
Why is he so upset with the mothers? He's a mama's boy. He
Oh
loves his
my
mama. I said,
God.
fuck women. He said, okay. He said,
Nigga
that plus
smiling.
the gay jokes, nigga. I don't know if we can keep
You're
hanging
about
out.
to get beat the fuck up. You're about to get jumped at a fucking. You're about to turn into Tekashi 6ix9ine in this bitch. Get beat up at a gym. Well, you probably would never be at a gym,
hey,
but
we're going to charge for this episode, nigga. It's going to be a long day. Let's take these headphones off, y'all. You want to get to it.
what? I'm lost.
No, you said I was going to get jumped like a Tekashi 6ix9ine. You guys seen the video? That nigga, okay, first
You
off,
saw it.
this is going to make me, you know, I push peace. I love positivity, all that shit, right?
That was low key wild. I'm not gonna lie.
But the nigga, look
beat up.
me in my face. Tell me the nigga doesn't deserve it wholeheartedly. And as bad as he got it,
It wasn't even that bad.
it was light work.
It really wasn't that bad. I
the
feel like
nigga-
he took more
anytime
body shots than anything.
Anytime someone sees blood, they're like, fuck blood, right? Like, you can fucking paper cut yourself when there's blood. Granted, he had more blood than paper cut, but
This thing is wild and low
Nah,
key.
nigga, faces bleed a lot. This nigga got lumped up in the face a couple times, but he dropped because he's weak, right?
What about the
this
one-
nigga got kicked more in the body than he ever
That's
got
what I
hit in the
thought.
face.
Okay, what about the one nigga that was like every time he dropped his hand, kicking him in the face?
Oh, God.
It was like playing that whack-a-mole game,
Yeah.
but with his foot. And I was
Holding
like,
the conversation as soon as the nigga go to answer.
Yeah, that shit was so satisfactory.
the fucked
so,
up. Oh, God.
I don't want to seem like a bad person, but that was satisfactory.
I heard that nigga, so he's Mexican and Puerto Rican, right?
Mm-hmm.
I heard he doesn't claim the Puerto Rican side
'Cause his
because his
dad-
dad dipped, like just abandoned his family. Well, Puerto Rico and
Society's
Mexico,
always trying to push the-
you know what I'm saying?
father
Why
out
can't
of
we
the
all just be
household.
brown and black together? You know what I'm saying?
no, just
even
you know, it's
white.
just hard to be
¿Qué pasó, carnales?
a black man in the household. They're just trying to divide us. You know what I'm saying? So to open our youth to to the environment and stuff, because they know if they have a strong black man in the house, there ain't nothing, or a strong person of color in the household, and they know them values and stuff will be pushed down into them kids, and then what they want to do is lock us
You
up
good.
into institutions.
You good.
No.
Relax.
Hold up. Oh, shit.
Nigga was flashing
shit.
out.
Oh my god. Yeah.
He said, I'm getting worked up. Give me my nacho, bitch. Give me my nacho. I'm getting worked. I can feel my heart stopping.
Oh shit. I'm sorry. My
But
bad.
anyways,
Yeah.
Mexico
shit.
and Puerto Rico played in the baseball
World Baseball
yeah,
Championships,
exactly.
WBC or something.
yeah,
beefing.
and Mexico won. I'm pretty sure, and that he was in a Mexico jersey holding up a Mexican flag, and after they won, he was popping his big shit. I guess yelling a bunch of slander shit.
To a Puerto Ricans?
Yeah, and so a couple days later.
And
Niggas
was the
caught
dude?
lacking.
Was that the Puerto Rican 6ix9ine?
It looked like it, didn't
Yeah,
it?
was he
Little
Puerto
light
Rican? I don't
skin.
know.
I think
Puerto
they
Rican?
were. So there was like footage of it, and
Yeah.
hell yeah,
Hell yeah.
hell yeah. Taking it serious, I see. No, yeah, I get it.
I
Dog,
get
it's
it.
cool.
We
Fuck
shit.
us. We get it. No, yeah, we get
Yeah,
it.
we
I-
understand.
No, we get it. We understand, bro.
Dog.
We get it. There's more important shit going on, dog. Don't even trip.
I'm not going to not.
So the Puerto Ricans.
It's cool, dog. We understand. Puerto
Nice.
Rican Suge Knight. They pulled up to the gym, and there's footage of them, like, one dude calling them,
Yeah, yeah.
and then, like, two walking in, and that's when Suge Knight, when he showed up.
The nigga does. He's bald. He's thick. But here's the thing.
He's what?
He's he's big as shit. He's like, but he's not.
You don't
rich,
call
he's
another man thick.
Big.
dog.
Nigga, I'm
He said
comfortable with my
he's
sexuality.
thick.
I'll call, if a nigga's big, dude, I'll be, oh, that nigga's thick. And if you think makes you think I'm gay or I'm weak, nigga, you can fight me if you want
No,
to. Good luck.
you
nigga.
saying you take dick makes me think you're gay.
That shit is also funny. I've never actually done it in real life yet.
He said, yeah. But yeah, he walked up
Doesn't
and
look
then
like the same nigga, bro. It looks like they're using the bald thing because the nigga in the video doesn't. You seen the actual Instagram, a homeboy that because he's like does private security on his own side and shit.
No,
the one that the Puerto Rican nigga.
I haven't seen his page. No.
Yeah, and then they show you the security video, and yes, it's a bald guy who's thicker, but like the nigga in the video is way smaller than the nigga on Instagram.
Well, or now that you're saying that, like I can maybe, but that one was like a prison. Like they kept showing like him in
When he
prison,
was all oatmeal and peanut buttered
perfectly
up.
swolled up
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah.
So I could see
That oatmeal and
leaving
peanut butter
prison,
do it
and
to you, my nigga.
He got to like be regular again.
Yeah.
Like
I think I
he's
was
like,
probably
"I
in my
took the
best shape when I
tuna
was locked down.
I feel you. Hey, that 3 days will get a nigga right.
Nigga, tell me I didn't go from 268 to 266.5. I swear to God.
Dog.
Without eating, nigga, you probably went to 260. Stop playing with him. He said, I ate one fucking piece of orange.
Chambers said, we ain't gonna tell nobody about you calling me crying on the phone.
Too stupid as fuck.
They won't let me
I
out.
said, get me the fuck out.
but
They won't let me out. You'd be like, I know, Johnny. The courts are closed on the weekend. They won't let me out.
I talked to the judge, told him, keep your bitch ass in there, let him get a taste of real life.
If Chamber talked to the judge, he'd be like, does that nigga have a mattress? He'd be like, hey, look, not trying to be a dick. Take it just to fuck with me. Take his mattress.
Once he starts crying, give it back. But
Hey,
so do you think it was, I'm sorry, do you think, what do you think about him getting beat up? Just thoughts. You think you're okay with it? You're not okay with it? It's fucked up?
I'm okay with it because I feel like he has it karma coming. Not just like on the fucking Ratatouille piece or whatever,
Yeah,
but like
just how he talks.
My first like learning of him was like he caught some like sexual
I heard that too, yeah.
with like
Facts,
pedophile type
13-year-old,
style, right? So
yeah.
it's like already right there I was wanting to reject him out the gate, and then it's like then there's like the trolling and all that stuff. It's like I was just waiting for somebody to touch him because nobody's untouchable.
Yeah.
Like if you
and he's popping off trying to pull up to big neighborhoods and shit like, oh, I'm out here, where are you niggas at?
Yeah.
So it's like you're asking for it, low key.
Asking for
and
it.
then you do it to Puerto Ricans, you know they don't
his
play.
whole,
Man,
his
they
whole
don't play.
career is trolling, bro. Like,
Right.
So, like,
Agreed.
when you ask the question, "Are you okay with him getting beat up?" bro? I'm surprised that one,
It was just
this
a beat
is
up?
a beat up. Two, that right now, this is the first time this nigga's been touched. When this, it's been years since he snitched. So, like, if you ask me, and the shit I believe in, like, not to say I'm a good individual. All right, I don't give a fuck if the nigga gets beat up. I don't give a fuck if the nigga gets killed. Like he's the epitome of like bringing something on yourself. That friend, like you can't like. I've seen too much of this nigga like disrespecting real dead people from real gangsters who are friends with real gangsters, and because he for a while had a little setup that allowed him to do that shit, right? And now they don't have that. In order to stay relevant, he's kind of desperate. So he's still talking shit, still doing that shit, but he's not moving like he used to move. And so now he got caught slipping in the gym. Like, nigga, he has a security. Do you see his security guard was like, the guys that jumped him, I'll fight you. And if you win $10,000, if you lose, you die.
okay, how like
The fuck, nigga? I
watching
think
the
he got set up.
watching the security tapes. Check this out. I was like almost like cracking up in my head like. This jumping happened inside the bathroom. Ain't nothing in Planet Fitness changes. You know what I mean? Like
Niggas are
everybody's just doing their regular.
He's walking out bleeding. They're all like, what's going on?
What's going on?
What?
He goes in the parking lot, comes
What
back
happened?
into the parking lot. People still hitting their set. Like
He said, dude, nigga, tell me why. Nigga said, can I get a picture? I'm a fan. He said, no, fuck y'all jump me. He said, I didn't jump you.
Yeah.
What? I'm a fan.
It's like after
Niggas are
watching that,
wildin'.
it's like the best place to fuck somebody up is at a gym because everybody's on their own time
The
and
crazy
nobody's
thing
coming
is-
to fucking save you and nobody cares. Not
Planet
even people that
Fitness-
work there.
No one could have stopped that fight. It was actually the perfect setup because in Planet Fitness, you're limited to the amount of big niggas because like they can't even scream or raise their voice in the gym. You can't slam the weights hard. So there's only soft niggas in Planet Fitnesses. Ain't no big crazy.
Okay, but this was LA Fitness. This is different. LA Fitness.
I thought you said
LA
it was Planet
Fitness is-
Fitness. I said that nigga should
Everybody's
I was gonna
in
say
there trying to do their thing.
it should have
It's
set
like
off the
Axiom.
alarm when he got jumped. because they literally in Planet Fitness, like if you go to the one on Orchard and Overland, you drop a weight too loud, it like sets off a dinger.
A lunk alert or lunk alarm or something.
Lunk alarm, yeah. I could have sworn you said Planet Fitness because I said, nigga, if it wasn't a Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
Bro, he was getting served though. Like you said, oh boy was letting him taste the bottom of the shoe every
good, nigga.
34 seconds.
Did you see the stomp on the rib? Like not even the sleeping kick, like the downward, like the shit that the pressure it probably broke his shit. But
he was getting fucked up.
And then at the end, I think they did something they kicked him to the ribs.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the end, he's like, I think I'm good. Boom, he's like tightened up like that. I was like, God damn. And then, okay, so after I watched that, I'm sitting there, I'm like, to Johnny's point that you were just talking about, like this nigga's so desperate, right?
Yeah.
In my head, I'm going here. I'm like, this nigga
might have
just got himself, jumped himself
to stay relevant.
Facts. Nigga. And I'm like, he seems a person that's depressed, like not depressed enough, but like desperate enough that he'd be like, oh, all it was a swollen eye, and now everybody thinks I got served. So it's like maybe they'll be back off of me after this buzz.
His bodyguard's Puerto Rican.
He?
Go down the rabbit hole.
Oh no, I didn't know that. Did you see the video where the guy was recording him coming back into the Planet Fitness? Or not the Planet Fitness, but the LA Fitness. But it was like a black dude that was like walking him around. So I thought maybe that was.
No, his bodyguard is light skin with straight hair and braids and looks like Puerto Rican.
Is he
and black.
thick?
He's a smaller guy, but he's in shape and he boxes real. Like he's like known. Like if you like look on his Instagram page, he's clearly a fighter. Mm-hmm. But he's like a dark skinned nigga with light eyes and straight hair. So you know, like one of the model faces, you got to be soft to a point. You know,
stupid.
You know, because he's kind of pretty. Like,
or he's just so tough, niggas don't hit him in his face.
I mean,
he just gives nigga, nigga 2-piece crispy, nigga go to sleep.
The nigga's just kind of pretty, nigga. Like I wouldn't fuck him if I was sober, but like. Huh?
All right.
Perfect. Yeah, he's always on time.
Always on time. Perfect way to end the episode.
Chamber said, once again in my own household, I am uncomfortable. So.
This is episode 18. We appreciate y'all tapping in. Let us know what you want to hear us talk about. We're trying to, keep it relevant, keep it popping, hit different topics, finances, entertainment, niggas getting beat up, Johnny eating booty on niggas.
Or bitches.
Or bitches.
Or bitches, yeah.
But yeah, tap in, let us know what you like, let us know what you want to see.
If you want to see us top each other off, anything crazy.
Okay, that... No, nigga.
Yeah, we gotta get rid of that.
No, you just
nigga, why can't
you just need to stop being fruity, nigga. That's all you need to do. Okay, it's really hard.
Want to see us beat each other up? Nigga,
or just let a nigga talk. Either one. Either one works. Shutting the fuck up works anytime. Whenever you want, I'll wait. Get it off your chest, player. He said, "What is wrong with like? Where does that come from?"
I don't know.
I promise, cousin. I promise. Nothing's never happened. This nigga just says shit like that. When he says me and my homies, I'm not his homies. I'm telling you, at home.
You're telling
I'm not telling y'all.
You're telling me that back massage meant nothing to you.
No, it didn't, nigga. You were fully clothed.
He said you had a knot in your shoulder, my nigga.
I was standing up. My girlfriend was standing there watching, nigga. I'm just playing. But I'm your host, Chame. This my dog,
J. White, the Fi Guy.
Just short and sweet, huh? Okay.
Yeah, JD does enough for everybody. I don't need to do it.
This is my other dog.
It's me, gay ass Johnny B. I'm just playing. These niggas, man. You and me. We all got to give them kudos for putting up with me because, as y'all can tell, I'm a little different. I'm weird as fuck, but these niggas keep rocking with me, and I love that y'all rock with us. So keep tuning in.
You're not different, nigga. You're different. This nigga, boy.
You know how many niggas we're creating? Like, there's the niggas that watch us that like know us in person, and there's these niggas like don't know us but like follow our Instagrams that are like, it's a mystery. Like, is Johnny gay? Like, is this girlfriend he talks about? Like, is it a beard?
Yeah,
is it Manti Teo style?
Hey, we'll have to make a poll. Like, no homo. Make a poll on Instagram
so I can jump on it.
Have you niggas vote on Johnny's sexuality?
Hey, am I gay or not?
Is he zesty or not?
Right.
Am I zesty? And do you want to be my bestie?
We appreciate y'all.
Or am I straight and girl, you want to date?
You're stupid.
Or do I swing and boy, let's get mean?
Somebody close it.
This nigga's like he just had a blunt, nigga.
Oh my god. Again, we appreciate y'all. Episode 18 in the books. Make sure you tap in. Tap in next week. Like, share, subscribe, follow, all that good shit. We appreciate you. Your boy, Johnny J. Chain. We out.